4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Gage here with BW Sports 1. We're joined by Jose De-Avila Diaz. He fights May 4th, Evansville, Indiana, at the Southern Indiana Combat 5 at the Old National Events Plaza. Jose, thanks for joining, my man.
Thank you for having me, man.
No problem, man. How's camp going for you?
Camp is going great. Doing a lot of cardio, a lot of technique, and just basically getting ready for a good fighter. I know he's done some boxing.
Yep.
He's got quite a few bouts under boxing. So, and I did know that he's been doing it for a while. So,
Yeah,
uh,
I was going to ask you
some
about that. You know, for typically when you get somebody who's making their pro MMA debut, they might not necessarily have like a very extensive combat sports background, but like you said, Alex has ambi boxing background. So is that like something you were aware of when you took this fight?
Yeah, I was aware that he had some boxing. Just because I do my homework on my opponents to basically see what they know or what they train, just try to get a feel on on a game plan and all that.
Yes, sir.
So
Without delving too much into the game plan and like your strategy, what is the perfect idea situation for how this fight would play out? Do you have like a specific strategy going into it, or is it just you kind of going into it and see how it goes? You know, for a guy that's entering a new sport, you know, he might be good at boxing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he won't be able to box with you in MMA. You know?
right, right, and them gloves are way smaller than boxing gloves. So uh, he might be able to box. He might not be able to box with me. It all depends on
It's
on how his training has been going and all that. I do know that them gloves hurt every time a punch lands. So got to be smart about it and basically take it to him and hopefully come out on top.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do know that this is your second fight with SICP. I know you won back at SICC3 with a rear naked choke over Trey Williams, if I'm correct.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, man. He was tough. Trey was a tough guy. So. Uh,
Yeah. How's it been this time dealing with Scott and the promotion? You know, just
uh,
per usual, good times.
Scott's great, man. Great promotion. I love it. Love fighting for SICP. They take care of us. I say just about on everything. They take care of us. They make sure we're fed, make sure we're good at weigh-ins. I did see the last show that if somebody got hurt or knocked out, he was right there making sure that the guy was fine and taken care of before anything.
Yeah, you like to have a president of a promotion that actually cares about the fighters, and you can see that with Scott. He's a real great dude. He actually cares about the sport, and cares about you guys as fighters. You know.
Right.
Um, I
So.
wanted I wanted to ask you. You started off your Emory career 0-3, but since then you're 2-1. Is that something that is a camp switch? You know, something about the way you've been fighting stylistically, or just happens to be that's the game that we play, and sometimes you lose, sometimes you win.
Man, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't even training when I was taking them fights. I was doing bare minimum, just cutting the weight and just getting inside the cage. Uh, my first uh, couple fights were like that, and then I did a kickboxing bout as well. And when I did that, I've never trained kickboxing or anything. I just, went ahead and did it. So, uh, definitely starting camp having training partners and all that has helped me improve a lot. Uh, as you can see, you know, I dropped a ton of fights, but once I started training, I
Yep.
ended up winning two kickboxing and two MMA matches
Yep.
right off the bat.
I wanted to ask you about your gym. How do you pronounce it? Finney's
Yeah,
MMA.
yes, sir.
And just give me a little, background. You know what you guys are about and what you guys do.
Oh man, Finney's is great. First of all, you walk in, you see Kelly. She's front desk lady. She's great. Um, but basically they have everything there, man. They have the weight equipment, they have kickboxing classes, they got judo there, and then they have Brazilian jiu-jitsu along with MMA classes. So it's a great gym to have, and then we also have a sauna there, so it helps us, get ready for the fight. When we got to cut weight and all that. So uh, if I drive probably about 45 minutes away, and then I also pick Patrick up. So
G-Vots?
yeah, yep, pick up
Okay.
G-Vance. I pick him up. So any given day, we're probably in the car for at least 2 hours or longer.
Yeah, I seen that on your Tapology. It said he was listed as one of your other coaches. I figured it was the same Patrick. I just didn't know for sure. So you train with Patrick as well.
Yes, we train together. Basically, push each other to get better and all that. So if I'm feeling like I'm slacking one day, he's like, "Come on, man, let's go train," and vice versa. If he's not feeling it that day, I'm like, "Come on, dude, we got to go."
So I
So
guess you both have probably been getting some really good work going into this one because you both got fights on the 4th.
yes, we've been getting a lot of good work in, uh, doing lots of jujitsu, lots of striking. So you're ready for wherever it takes it. If we go to the ground, I'm ready. If we keep it on the feet, I'm ready. So just basically ready to go.
I love to hear that, man. And if you had to give an official prediction for this fight, how do you think it plays out?
Uh, I'm not the type of guy to talk crap or anything, but if it goes my way, I like to get a submission in first round, but uh if we scrap, we scrap. That way could go as well too. I know I have the power to knock somebody down and finish them. It's just the being able to do it. So it's just we gotta see who the better man is that day, basically.
Yes, sir. That's probably about it as far as questions are concerned. If you had anybody you wanted to shout out, any sponsors, any of your teammates, you can go ahead and do that before we wrap it up, man. The floor is yours.
Yeah, man. Want to give a huge shout out to my wife and kids for always, letting me being able to train, because it's, if you're gone 6, 7 days a week training and then working full time with overtime and all that, it gets hectic trying to balance family life and gym life and all that. And then I also want to give a shout out to my sponsors. Got Cisco's Detailing. Uh, then we also have uh, brain freezing on the sponsors. Cisco's Detailing,
No
and then
rush,
we
man.
got K&K Excavating, contracting company. Huge thanks to them for supporting me. Huge shout out to one of my buddies, Justin Straub, for helping me with sponsorship for this fight around, and then Pontoon Title as well, the law firm. Uh, they sponsor me as well, so huge shout out to them. Uh, yeah, uh, ready to see what happens. On May 4th.
All right, man. We look forward to seeing your fight, and I like to remind everybody that SICP 5 goes down May 4th at the Old National Events Plaza. If you can't be there live, make sure that you order the pay-per-view because there's a lot of great fights on this card. You do not want to miss it. Jose, thanks for joining, my man.
All right, thanks, guys.
God bless.
SICP 5 Mayhem, Saturday, May 4th, from the Old National Events Plaza, Evansville, Indiana.
SICP. We just hit hard.